Whoa! Hi. Welcome to a new video. Okay, so we're gonna do a Dead by Daylight killer tier list. I'm obsessed with the game. Okay, let's just first and foremost put it out there. I've kind of been bashing the game. I've been watching non-stop like YouTube videos on it, and honestly, getting kind of addicted. I'm constantly like I live stream it every day on twitch.tv/Anero9. Go watch it if you want to. If not, then that's cool. But you're a terrible person. Anyways, yeah. So I've been like streaming it for hours on end. Like every moment that I get, I'm pretty much streaming it, and I'm kind of addicted. I'm not gonna lie. I've started buying the DLC for all of the killers because the killer's my favorite one to play, and yeah, getting fun. It's getting good. As Ghostface, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't have all of them. I've only bought 3 DLC. I've got the Demi, I've got Ghostface, and I've got Freddy Krueger. Those are the only 3 that I bought thus far. When I get paid though, I'm gonna buy the killer expansion pack and have them all. I'm gonna have every single one of them, I swear to God. Yeah, currently Ghostface is my favorite. I love the fact that you can get rid of his terror radius. It is fantastic. Honestly, I love sneaking up on people. It's great. You just sit there and it's the creepy, like, you know, when he just like stares at you. Oh, it's mental. Anyways, but lately all my friends have started playing it as well, thank God. So I've had people to play with as Survivor as well. Like there's like 5 or 6 of us that have the game. Obviously we can only have play 4 survivors, but like when we have like a big team, yeah, it's great. I love playing together. It's just so fun.
So fun.
When you're good at the game. When you're not good at the game, bad. My first experience on this game, I was like, nope, not for me. I am terrible. Let's just call it a day here and never go back on the game. But after extensive research, I got good, and that's what matters. So this killer tier list, this is basically for how I feel about the killers as a survivor person. As a survivor, how I hate, like, if I hate or love going up against them on terms of how easy they are for me to like loop them and defeat them and just basically and just absolutely destroy them. Easy scape. So as I've just said, easy scape is the bottom though. That's the tier list for people that, well, for killers that I never have a problem with, that always, you know, they're not that difficult to really get by. Alright is ones that I'm like 9 times out of 10 I'll probably be able to beat them. Annoying is, you know, it's sort of a 50-50. Hate them is the majority. And why does God hate me is the I've went up against them and I have not yet beat them. Now technically this should be a haven't played against category because there's a few that I actually haven't played against yet. Actually, hold on, wait. Mental thought. I'm lying. There's one I haven't played against yet, and it's the twins. That is the only one. So you know what it is? We'll put the twins here. I'm going to put them in an easy scape because I've heard they're not actually that difficult to go against. Because I don't know the name, Charlotte in whatever the other one's called. I know he can like come out and like run around and jump on you and it's crazy, but from what I've heard, they're not actually that difficult to beat. So we may as well just go in order. So the Demi, I've went up against the Demi a few times. Obviously it has that ability to dig, like make those portals, and it can teleport to the portals. As long as the Demi, whoever's playing it, knows the best positions to put those things in, then they're gonna have a good time. If they don't know the best positions and they just start dotting them around the map, it's not that difficult to not get caught. Plus you have that like auditory like indicator that they've teleported, so you just be on the lookout if you've noticed one. Just, you know, look to see if they're in there and hide from them. Of course they also have that weird tentacle face thing going on. I've never seen Stranger Things, so I don't know what they're called. Flaps. The teeth flaps, which sounds disgusting, but that's essentially what they are. Where it can like launch for you, has quite a big like launch fist. Yes, it has quite a big launch fist. But I'm going to put them in the alright section. I've never really had a problem with them. Pretty easy to navigate, if I'm being honest with you. Ghostface. Now, I have a soft spot for Ghostface, as I've just explained before. But I'm going to put him in the annoyance section. It's more like a 50-50. He's an M1 killer, so realistically, as long as you have eyes on him and you can take him out of his night shroud and he doesn't stalk you all the way, he's not that difficult to loop and he's not that difficult to get away from. Unless, you know, basically the whole essence of that killer is you need to be good at faking people out in, you know, moonwalking and looking in one direction but walking the other way. So you fake them out and psych them out so they jump over and you can go back and kill them. Or have your night shroud up so you can crouch and hide. So I say it's like a 50-50 because if you do have a good Ghostface killer, then you know it can be really annoying. But if they're bad, then realistically he's not that difficult to deal with. If you want to check out my Ghostface video, I'll link it in the description below, and it's like one of the earlier videos that I've posted. One of the latest, sorry, that I've posted. So yeah, shameless plug in. If you want to check that out, you're more than welcome. It's only 2 random games that I like streamed, and I was like, yeah, those were alright games. But I've had quite a few times when I've had all iridescence as a killer. Quite proud of those ones. Bubba. I don't like the sound chainsaws make. It has no effect on the character, but I just, as an aside, I hate the sounds chainsaws make. It's weird. It's terrifying. But depending on the perks, because Bubba has the best perk in the game, because he has barbecue and chili, which is an insane perk, which I need to get for a killer. I've only been up against him twice, and I lost one and won one, so I'm going to put him in the annoyance section for that reason alone. But I think he's a decent Bubba is probably better than that. Clown. I went up against the Clown once, and we ran circles around him. He's good, sort of. If you can, obviously, he basically just does that one thing of, you know, if you run around a pallet, he'll just chuck his like poison or whatever you want to call it in one area, chase you around the other, so you have no choice but to go into that area, and then he pretty much gets you from that. He slows you down, he attacks you, and that's it. He's pretty boring to play against, but from my experience, he wasn't that difficult to play against. I mean, it just had a bad clown, I don't know, but he wasn't that difficult. Now, oh my god, the Doctor, right? The Doctor. Why? No, that's the Hag. Why? Why does God hate me with him? I cannot stand going up against the Doctor. I've played against him 4 times. Oh my god, I hate him. I know with killers, you really just have to play them or play against them a lot to understand the mechanics properly and fight them. But oh my god, I hate him. I hate him so much. The 4 times I've went up against him, I've been beaten by him, and he frustrates me. So I hate the stupid laugh that he does. Right? I hate madness. That's annoying, and I hate everything. I hate his stupid. Look at his stupid face. I hate it. I hate it. No, that guy can go away. The Hag. Right, I'm gonna put in annoying. I have never lost against the Hag. I'm only gonna put in annoying because of that stupid, like, her ability, where she can just pop up out of nowhere and just attack you straight up. I've only played against her twice and I've never lost against her. Again, could have just been a bad killer, but I've never lost against her, so I'm gonna put her in the annoyance section. She is one of the killers that I actually want to try out the most. Because I really like her ability to be able to do the symbols and then just appear out of nowhere, and I'm really looking forward to playing as her. But annoying section because I've never lost against her, but she has that really annoying ability to just pop up out of anywhere and jump scare you, and it can just hillbilly. I'm gonna put it again. I'm gonna put in the annoyance section. My friend really likes the Hillbilly. Hillbilly. He really likes Hillbilly. Because he likes the whole chainsaw thing and the fact that you just run around like a nut job. But the Hillbillies that I played against normally, I haven't lost against. So I've lost against my friend a few times when he's played Hillbilly, but I've never lost against another person playing as him. It'd be really annoying with the chainsaw. But like other than that, he's again, haven't played that many games, so forgive me if I offend someone. The Huntress, she's alright. The thing about the Huntress is she has that big giveaway that she's near, because not only does she have a terror radius, she has the lullaby that she constantly does when you're close to her. So you know she's in the vicinity. So she's quite easy to run circles around. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, she's like the slowest killer in the game, I think. Or at least one of them. And she's got no real mobility, other than obviously she can chuck her axes, but I don't know if it's just me, and it could be me just being a bad killer. But I can't for the life of me figure out those axes. There's no like crosshair or whatever you want to call it to know where you're throwing. I mean, I'd kind of be a bit overpowered if you could get that, but I can't do it. Like, I've seen Spooky Loops and all our players and they do amazingly well. I've seen Spooky Loops, I think it was, who did like a full match of just throwing hatchets. He didn't hit them once with an actual M1 attack, just all axes, and he beat them all. Crazy. Next, Legion. Why does God hate me? Legion. Oh my God, let me tell you about Legion. I played against Legion 5 times. Okay, 5 times. I can count on my fingers. Look, this many, technically, this many. But oh my God, I hate him. I don't know if I'm just always playing against decent Legions, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not the best survivor in the world. I need to get much better at looping and stuff like that, and I don't really have that good perks for my survivors. But every time I played against Legion, they run circles around me, and it's so frustrating. I hate them. Freddy, easy escape. I don't really think Freddy's that difficult of a killer to go against, as long as you're careful. Obviously, when he puts you in the dream world, you've got the pallets and stuff like that. But as long as you wake yourself up quick enough, it's not that difficult. Again, only played a few games against Freddy, but yeah, I'm gonna put him in easy escape. The Nurse, easy escape. The Nurse being one of the best killers in the game is great. And I love the Nurse. I love her ability to teleport through pallets and things like that. But the bad thing about the Nurse is she has one of the highest, or I think she has one of the highest skill caps in the entire game. You need to be good with the Nurse, and you need to understand her blinking. If you don't know how far you're gonna blink, it's so easy to dodge her. As soon as you see that blink going on, you turn around, you run straight for her, and she'll teleport. So you can turn around and quickly try and teleport back. But by then, you know, you probably ran loops around her, and she's going to be exhausted. And then, again, I can always tell now when someone's new with the game, especially when they play Nurse. They have the generic Nurse look, and they're super bad. Like really, Nurse was the first character I played, and I was super bad with that, and I still am, because I play Ghostface more than I play anyone at the moment. But yeah, it's bad. So against a really good player, Nurse, absolute nightmare, and you may as well just count your prayers. Against the bad player, that's a win. That is a GG, well played. But yeah, Oni, right? I'm gonna put an easy escape only because I lied to you, and this is another character I've actually never went up against. I've never been up against an Oni before, so I'm not gonna talk about characters I haven't played against. I know he's got that ability where like, he sucks up all the blood, and then he can like charge forward and stuff like that. So I think he would be quite annoying to go up against. But yeah, I don't know. All right, next one, Pig. I'm going to put in alright. Technically speaking, I've only went up against one pig and I lost. That's only because I didn't know what the pig's abilities were. I thought her ability was just the jigsaw thing that she can put on. I didn't realise she could charge, like run for you, and if she crouched, that her terror radius would like go off. I didn't know that was a thing. So I was incredibly unprepared when I was going up against the pig, and I got attacked again, hooked off a hook, but I already had the jigsaw thing on, the reverse bear trap, and that was it. You may as well call that a day. That was it. I found one Billy the puppet. It didn't have it on. It wasn't the right one, and that was it. That was well done, well played. I'll see you never, because you're dead. That's what that game went like. The Plague. Hate them. I hate the Plague. She is super annoying. Really, really annoying. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's just been buffed, hasn't she? I think so. Something about her abilities there being buffed, but I hate the being poisoned and having to like find the poison. And it's so frustrating because she doesn't have to be next to you. She just does that. You know what I'm talking about. That stupid thing. And then you get downed, and then when you're down, that's pretty much, well done, well played, but you're dead. And it's not fun. I need to play against her or play as her more, and maybe I'll understand her. But as of right now, I hate her. Michael Myers. I hate Michael Myers. Not even that good of a character, but I hate him because of one situation that I went against, which was a guy who was pretty proficient with Michael, but he did the really annoying thing of just downing us, not hooking us, downing another person, then when we waiting for another one to get us up, downing us again, and he was basically waiting for us to bleed out rather than just like ending our lives. But for that one specific reason, I hate him. Other than that one example, I've never really struggled against Michael. As long as you don't let him get to like stage 3, you're pretty fine, to be fair. The Spirit, again, I'm gonna put it in the same category as the Nurse, because the Spirit is even with the nerf that Spirit got, she's still really good, but she has a high skill cap, because if you don't know the audio cues in being really aware of your surroundings and things like that. My tortoise is going crazy right now. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's trying to escape, but he's not, because he crapped on my floor before and I had to clean it up, and I was so he rubbed it into the floor. I felt like strangling him. Anyways, little segue from that, little story time. Yeah, the Spirit is the same as the Nurse. She has a really good ability, really powerful, but has a big skill cap, because if you don't know the audio cues and you don't know how to play her well, she's pretty easy to dodge. Trapper, easy escape. The Trapper is another really... He's just been buffed, and he's good in certain scenarios, but if all you have to do is not run in the grass, be aware of your surroundings, don't run out and get in one of the traps, and you're pretty much fine. He's just an M1 killer after that. He's just a guy who can run around and put bear traps down. Yes, obviously he's faster than the Survivor, every killer is, but other than that, there's nothing really special for him. He was the original killer, he's the poster boy for Dead by Daylight, so for that reason, he'll forever remain, but I don't think he's that good. Wraith, annoying. If you go up against a good Wraith, it can be pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. They have that ability, obviously, to turn well, not technically invisible, but sort of intangible. Not intangible, that's the wrong word. Invisible, let's just say almost invisible. You can see kind of like the shaded outline or like a weird shimmer, whatever you want to call it. And of course, he has to hit the bell and then notify you when he's next to you. But he hits the bell and he gets a boost of speed anyway, so if he's next to you, he's gonna get you. And he has no terror radius when he's invisible, so that's an even bigger bonus. And from the ones that I've been up against, there are good ones where they've absolutely slaughtered us, and then there's been bad ones where we've ran circles around them and it's been absolutely piece of piss. So again, it's completely dependent on the killer, completely dependent on the player, in whether or not they're proficient enough playing Deathslinger. I'm going to put an alright. His ability can be really annoying if he gets you in it and he reels you in. It can be really frustrating. But the few times that I've been up against a Deathslinger, I've never lost against him. His ability just really annoys me, and I'm pretty sure he's just been nerfed, or he was nerfed a little while ago, which makes him not as good, which is nice. Pyramid Head, sorry, annoying. Oh God, my throat. Yeah, Pyramid Head can be really annoying. He obviously has that stupid ability where he can like stick his sword in the floor and do this thing. And he hit you and he can make those like gates and put you in a gate and stuff. It's really annoying. He's really frustrating to play against sometimes. And he's quite quick for his size. He's really freaking quick. So if he gets you, like, it can be annoying. But then again, as per like I've just been saying with everyone, I can run circles around Pyramid Head sometimes if they're not good at like landing that attack, because it can go through walls. But if you know he's going to do it and you know which way he's facing, you can pretty easily dodge it. Yeah, he's still super annoying, I think. Blight. Okay. Why does God hate me with him? It hurts. Blight, I went up against him 3 times and been slaughtered every single time. Not even a joke. He goes up against, I'll be like, yeah, he's running away. Goodbye. Generator. Let's go. Oh God, he's there. He's just like, he's in my face. He's running at me like a freaking nut job. It reminds me of the description from Zombieland, you know? Like, he's not running, he is sprinting. Like, whatever he injects himself with, that weird super serum stuff, fucking works. Because this guy, he runs like a track star. Usain Bolt better watch out, because this guy could get from one end of the map to the other in about 2 seconds. And if you're decent with him, and you know to like knock into things, it's not fun. It's not pretty at all. Finally on here, okay, they've missed Nemesis on here, I've noticed. Maybe they've missed another killer, I'm not sure. Have they missed Nemesis? Yeah, they have. Alright, I'll say Nemesis myself. I will put him in alright. The Nemesi? Yeah, let's go with that one. That I've went up against haven't been that good. They've never really used their tentacle, like their ability. But he's quite quick. He's like a really quick killer. And it can get quite annoying with the zombies as well, because when you're just sitting there trying to do a generator and they move so slowly, which means they impede your generating of the generator. Right? And it can just be so annoying, because you be doing it, you can hear them, they walking, and you're just like, ugh. Then you have to go out and go around. I know you can blind them and things. Then you're doing that, and then you're focused on them, and he just comes from behind, claps you on the head, and that's it, you're dead. Yeah, that rhymed. Hell yeah. So he can be really annoying, but not too bad. I haven't went up against a good one yet, which is probably why I'm putting him in the alright section. Now, the last one. Finally, we have arrived. 25.5 minutes later, we're here. The Trickster. In my personal opinion, easy. I think the Trickster, even with his buff of being able to get you down in like 6 shots, I don't think he's that bad, because I haven't really been up against a good one, I don't think. But because of my friend who hates him, he is his least favorite killer to go up against, I'm going to put him in Why Does God Hate Me? He absolutely despises him. Steven, if you're watching, this is for you. Because every time he goes up against him, you should hear him on stream. He goes crazy. Sometimes I fear that I may have to mute my desktop audio so you can't hear the stuff that comes out of his mouth sometimes when he plays him. It's nuts. And he just hates the fact that he can down you in like 6 shots rather than like the usual like 8 to 10 or whatever it used to be back in the day. He despises them, and to be fair, on stream it is quite comical to hear him. But we've only been up against him a few times. I've never really had a problem with him, apart from one guy who must have been new at the game and was just camping. He was like hooking people and then just standing right next to them. None of us have borrowed time or a good perk to really help get him off, and he wasn't leaving. Like even with us standing there, he just refused to leave. So we couldn't even lure him away for another person to save him. But nonetheless, I think that's this one done. That is my tier list for Dead by Daylight killers. I hate them all. Well and truly, I hate all of them. But Ghostface is still my favourite. So if you want to watch me play as Ghostface, or watch me try and survive going up against a Ghostface, feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/Anero9. I will link it down into the description. Follow me, subscribe to me, and give us all your money. No, for real though, feel free to check me out on Twitch. Subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. My throat is really hurting right now. I don't know what's wrong with it, but every time I breathe I feel like I'm going to cough. I'm going to end this here. I hope you have a good day, everybody, and I shall see you in the next tier list / gaming / reaction video that I do. Follow me on Twitch if you would like. Goodbye.